Hey everyone, welcome back. After the recent update, I've seen a lot of comments saying Trance got nerfed and it's no longer broken. Well, you're not wrong if you're still using the old combos. But here's the thing, Trance wasn't actually nerfed, it was secretly buffed. And in this video, I'm going to prove it. Yes, the update messed up my older builds that were dominating in the endgame. But don't worry, I've got your back. I've crafted a brand new monster of a build that absolutely shreds bosses. Without wasting more time, let's dive in and break down this new endgame powerhouse. Here's the current setup. Weapon, chest, pants, and boots are from the golden set. Helmet is the stun jar. Gloves are from the crushed dreams, giving us plus 10% confront damage. Perfect for one-on-one boss fights, where that bonus stays active throughout. Necklace is from the cutthroat set, boosting our rear assault damage by 20%. Since our damage nearly doubles when hitting enemies from behind, this is a massive buff. Ring is from Unending Tragedy, giving a 15% composed damage. This only works when stamina is above 50%, and with this setup, we're going to stay above that threshold most of the time. You'll see why once I explain the strategy. My character is still level 149 like in the original build, but I've tweaked the stat distribution slightly for better damage output. 99 into proficiency, 40 into endurance, 20 into strength to get agility B, leftover points into willpower for more attack damage. If you're above this level, adjust your stat points accordingly, but make sure to prioritize proficiency for maximum damage. My proficiency is at 109, thanks to an extra 10 points from the jar helmet. Now, if you want to stay in Agility A, you'll need to adjust your gear and stats a bit. But trust me, you won't feel like you're missing out on stamina recovery. I'm using Keshta, which helps with stamina recovery and restores 15% stamina when the enemy gets exhausted. That's extremely useful for consistently benefiting from the 15% composed damage boost. For Khazan memories, first max out damage increase and damage multiplier, and then stamina damage. Now, let's talk about the skill tree. This is where all the fuss is going on after the update. So here's what the patch notes say. If you chain Trance into dodge attacks, brutal attacks, or normal attacks, your Trance damage drops by about 44%. That sounds bad, right? But here's the catch. If you use a spirit skill after Trance, that spirit skill gets a 30% damage boost when your Trance resolve is at level 3. And it gets better. The spirit cost of all spirit skills is reduced by 50% after Trance. That 50% spirit is refunded over the next 8 seconds. In my opinion, this clearly isn't a nerf, it's a shift. They wanted us to stop spamming old combos and start experimenting. This update is pushing us to discover stronger, smarter ways to deal massive damage. Let's talk about Eagle Wind next. The second branch gives a 15% damage boost if your weapon is infused with fire. Exactly what we want. If you want stamina damage instead, go with water or lightning. But keep in mind, this buff only applies to Eagle Wind strikes, not other attacks. Also, do not unlock the final third branch of Eagle Wind. That branch reduces melee damage and increases projectile damage, which we don't need. What we're chasing here is raw melee strike power. So, only unlock Eagle Wind to level 3, and then unlock the second branch. That's all you need. Here's a direct comparison between Eagle Wind with the third branch and without. It's clear which one gives the better results, but we're not done yet. There's another skill that hits even harder with just 2 spirits. Crescent Strike, used right after Trance, can deal up to 58k damage. The rest of my skill tree is the same as in the original build, so I won't go over those again. Check that video if you need a refresher. Let me walk you through the exact strategy I used against Ozma after the update. In Phase 1, we're using Crescent Strike right after Trance. When the boss is exhausted, go Trance into a fully charged Spiral Thrust. For Phase 2, switch to Eagle Wind after Trance. Again, when the boss is exhausted, it's Trance into Spiral Thrust. Phase 3 follows the same pattern as Phase 2. Crescent Strike is great for its low spirit cost and high value, but if you're up against a faster enemy, it's better to switch to Eagle Wind. Eagle Wind can deal more total damage if all 3 strikes land, but it's very spirit hungry. Now you can see exactly why I chose that one piece from Unending Tragedy. Since spirit attacks don't consume stamina, we're able to stay above 50% stamina for most of the fight, consistently taking advantage of that juicy 15% damage boost the entire time. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. If you found this helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. Good luck, and I'll catch you in the next one.